Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Kind of a neat star. I'm not so sure yet, but one thing I would do, I would start with a six-sided polygon, and I would hit P. Now, if we turn this to a five-sided started polygon, I got the flat side on the bottom. So before I do that, I'm going to flip my six-sided. And now when I do it, I got the flat side on the top, and I'm in the center of the page for rotation. Now I'm going to make mine a little bit thicker this time. Maybe not quite that thick. But I need it pretty long so they'll overlap, and we can know in just a second. But the best way to do this, hit P, and then hold down the control button and have it get close, and then get the two-sided arrow and have it snap to it. Now I'm going to control D, alternate C, and I'm going to rotate it 72 degrees. And whenever you do that, you're going to have to start over because you messed it up. So control D, alternate C, 144 degrees. Control D, control D. And see, my line isn't long enough. I'm almost glad that happened so we can kind of do this. So with my ratio unlocked, I'm going to drag, but I'm going to hold down the shift key so it grows in both directions. I'm going to control D, alternate C, 72 degrees, control D, control D, control D. That could be a little bit longer, but we can make that work. Now, from about right here, we want to take a 3-point curve line, and then I would hold down the control button so it's kind of perpendicular. Well, when you're using the 3-point curve line, it's really hard because once you put down I'm holding the control button to get a better arch. Well, now I'm going to have to go way up into, and it doesn't matter if I go past my boxes. And I'm going to go like, I'm just trying to make it mimic that one. So I don't have to cut anything out here, but I'm going to control G to group those, control D to duplicate them, alternate C to have them rotate, and now I'm going to rotate them 72 degrees and see it put them in position here. Now on this side, I do need to delete these lines, and that's pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a curve here. So I'm going to go between that intersection. My escape key. There we go. I had the poly tool. 3-point curve line, and then give this a pretty good curve. And then take your virtual segment delete key and delete this and this. Now I'm going to set my nudge factor really high, like 50 inches. Because when I fill this in, I'm going to take my smart fill tool and fill that in. And then I'm going to nudge out of the way. And now I'm going to keep this. I'm going to nudge it back. Then I'm going to get my interactive fill tool, because this part is going to go underneath there. I'm going to get my interactive fill tool, and I'm going to put some black here. And then just to make it a little fancier, let's put a light blue there, put our dark blue back, so we'll just have a line, and we could adjust that like that. I just did that for looks. Now control D, alternate C, 72 degrees, control D, control D, control D. Came out pretty well. Let's make it a smaller, so control G to group it, and just make it smaller so we can bring in a black box. And it does look pretty good. I like the highlight. But see it, I'm not happy with my corners. They're a little too abrupt. And if you remember, I kept it and we nudged, so I can nudge it right back and just play with it again. I mean, I can, I'll have to ungroup this line. And I could probably get my 2-point, well, you know what, I'm just going to delete that. Or instead of deleting it, I'm going to get my 3-point curve line and just make another one a little more steep. That might be too much. And see, I'm actually outside the box, which is going to matter a little bit. You know what? And it locked that together. It made all that one piece. So I can get my 2-point curve, my shape tool, and I could come in a little bit. I don't know that it really matters. You don't want it way past there. I think my interior line was good. So let's go Control G. I need to delete this, and since that's just that, Control D to duplicate it, Alternate C, and rotate that 72 degrees. Okay, we got some little hiccups, but very easily taken care of. And see, those are really kind of outside the line, so that doesn't really matter. We can keep that center line, fine. I don't know that this is going to make a great deal of difference. Maybe so. That's why I never really delete stuff. I'll nudge out of the way. And if you nudge it right back, you're still in the center. Interactive fill tool, which is hotkey G, but I never use it in the video, so I'll show people where it's at. And let's go ahead and do that same thing. Let's put another blue right there, and then when we put in this lighter blue between them, we'll get that maybe like that. Control D to duplicate, Alternate C to have it rotate 72 degrees. Yeah, that looks a little better. See, the curve's a little better. I'd go ahead and group it together, Control G, holding down. You don't have to hold down the Shift key, but that way it'll stay in the center of the page. And voila, you have that. And you could play around with it and maybe even do a little bit better job. But see, it looks like it's going over, under, and I kind of like the blue pattern, kind of not standard. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.